With such easy access to news outlets and social media these days, you see all the disasters happening around the world and in Australia. You feel really discouraged and helpless. What can you do to help? How can you make a difference?
Did you know human trafficking happens all over the world, including Australia? People are brought here under false pretenses in all different kinds of industries.
Slavery takes many forms in Australia. There's forced marriage, forced labour, even tried organ trafficking. There's women that have been caught up in sexual exploitation and servile marriage as well. Unfortunately, we've worked with survivors that have come from all these different industries. One of our survivors unfortunately came from a situation where she was brought over here under false pretense and she was put into a domestic labour situation. She was forced to work 7 days a week, was not allowed to leave the house. When she was rescued, she was referred to us, and through the Survivor School, we were able to give her an education, free courses, and really help her get back on her feet. The reason why we operate and the reason why we have the Survivor School is that survivors of human trafficking and slavery, they tend to be victims of post-traumatic stress. This can mean that sometimes they find it really difficult to integrate into a class situation like TAFE. Where we come alongside them is that we have courses that are specifically created to adapt for their needs. We help them, we nurture them back onto their feet, and we help celebrate their freedom. But most importantly, we really support them in achieving their dreams and eventually being work ready and being employed full-time and living out their independence.
The Freedom Hub is the only organisation in Australia that is helping survivors of modern-day slavery by equipping them in our training school. We offer free classes which are tailored to our individual needs. We also run frequent social outings which help our survivors in their everyday by integrating them into Australian society.
Unfortunately, there's many more survivors and they need our help. Our Survivor School needs to grow, and quite rapidly. Our solution is to create our very own cafe here in Sydney.
100% of the cafe's profits will go help fund and support the Survivor School and will really help our clients.
Many people in Australia are unaware that trafficking still happens today. So by opening the cafe, we're going to help raise awareness that human trafficking still happens.
Let's make this cafe a success. The bigger this cafe is, the more successful it is, the more survivors we can help. We don't want to get a loan. If we get a loan, it means more of our profits are going to repaying that. So let's make this a big, booming success, and let's make a real difference in some survivors' lives.
The Freedom Hub will be the first cafe in Australia that solely supports survivors of modern-day slavery.
Help build this cafe and we'll have a coffee with you.
My name is Sally Irwin and I'm the founder and CEO of the Freedom Hub. The reason I started this is because I was angered and annoyed when I found out that human trafficking and slavery happens here in our country, Australia. I felt I had to do something about it. There is nothing more rewarding than seeing people who have been tricked and exploited in the past come through and find their dreams. Through our Survivor Training School, we equip them and we help them to do that. And as you can see, we're extremely passionate about this. So please help us, please join in, and let's see this cafe be a success.